kind of wanted to shoot this video before WrestleMania and just get my thoughts out there. I know I've been doing a lot more wrestling videos. I want to continue to do so since I've been kind of putting them on the back burner. No, my channel is not officially turning into a wrestling channel, in case you're wondering that. Just want to do more wrestling content, that's all. Sorry, it's been a long week. Kind of starting to lose my voice. Having a beer, a cold beverage, whatever you want to call it. I want to discuss Roman Reigns. And I know I titled this Roman Reigns, is he worthy? I know the answer to that. My opinion and the facts point to no, he's not worthy. Just going off what he's proven so far, as I try to get rid of this shit off my desk. Just going off what he's proven so far, what he's shown us, I just don't see it. I haven't seen it. I didn't think he should have been main eventing last year's WrestleMania, and I don't think he should be main eventing this year's WrestleMania. I can't talk. It's just really frustrating when you try to have a conversation with someone on the internet, especially about this Roman Reigns debacle that the WWE has been dealing with for the last several months. To me, Roman Reigns is a guy that if you're going to push him, you have to push him, first of all, with kid gloves. You can't just shove him down our throats. I mean, the guy's been in the WWE since 2012. He's had ample time to get over. He's had ample time to be prepared to be pushed. He's had ample time to get his mic skills right. He can't get those right. His in-ring work is very much lacking. He can't carry a match. And the whole point of and I know a lot of wrestling fans out there, they'll claim that they've been watching wrestling for a long time. I've been watching wrestling since 1986. Okay, I know I know. I know the product that I'm watching. Okay, I've been watching the WWE, WWF since '86. Okay, I understand the product. I understand pro wrestling. You know what I mean? I understand that there's been a lot of bad champions and a lot of people that shouldn't have been heavyweight champion. Okay, I get that. If you really want to get into it, look at WCW's World Heavyweight Champions, David Arquette. That's all I'm going to say. But is he worthy? Like I said, this guy's had ample time to get his shit together, and he can't get his shit together. And a lot of people say, you know, well, it's bad writing, it's bad booking, this, that, the other thing. That might be a factor, but really, when it comes down to it, is putting the talent in the ring and seeing if they can get the job done. And he can't get the job done. This guy just can't get the job done. And the fact that WWE has this new thing of shoving certain products down our throats, even though every time this guy comes out, the crowd boos the shit out of him, boos him basically out of the... If you don't believe me, go look at last year's Royal Rumble. They booed the mess out of him. They booed him right out of the pay-per-view, for Christ's sake. And he won the match. And a lot of people are saying, stop with the Roman Reigns hate. This is like the cool thing to do now, is hate on Roman Reigns. No, this isn't us, you know, starting a trend. We're not trying to be trendy, you know. This is from what I see on TV. This guy's not ready. He doesn't have it. When you compare Roman Reigns to The Rock, John Cena, yeah, and I put John Cena in there, and I'm not a big fan of him. The Rock, John Cena, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, when you compare him to all those guys, he can't lace their boots on the mic or in the ring. So what does that go to show you? That he's not ready. He's not worthy of being in the main event at WrestleMania. I just don't quite understand why people don't see this yet. This isn't, we're not talking quantum fucking physics here. We're talking pro wrestling. Excuse me while I indulge. You know what I mean? And this isn't just me. I've seen number of other people saying the same thing almost about Roman Reigns, is that the guy's just doesn't have it. So why are you force feeding it? He can't talk on the mic. When you hear him talk on the mic, it's like watching a fucking robot talk. The guy can't talk. If you can't talk and you can't wrestle, why are you in the WWE? I'm baffled. Why is he there? I would get it if he was in the mid card, but he completely skipped the mid card. He went from tag team champion to fucking main event. The fuck happened about whatever happened to building people properly? I don't understand it. When you look at all I could name a ton of wrestlers that are just proven themselves to be natural talkers or natural in-ring workers, or the guys that rarity like Kurt Angle or Shawn Michaels that you have that just have both, and they have it well, and they have it both together. Okay? This guy just does not have it. And I'm sick of people blaming it on the booking and the WWE and it's the writers. The writers, granted, the writers are not great. I'll give you that. But when it comes down to it, game time, this guy is lost. I recently went to a local live event, and the guy looked lost in the ring. It was a tag team main event. It was Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns in a tag team match against the Dudleys. Okay? The friggin' Dudleys. All right? Roman Reigns was on the outside of the ring the whole time until the last, maybe 2 minutes of the match. Dean Ambrose was carrying the entire match. Is the only reason that match was watchable remotely. Excuse me, I made a mistake. It was the League of Nations, Sheamus and Rusev, not the Dudleys. The Dudleys were in a triple threat. Never mind. It was the League of Nations versus Roman Reigns. That was the fucking main event in a live event, by the way. I remember when I used to go to a live event, and let me know if you guys can remember this. I remember I used to go to a live event in the early 90s, and they used to have the card ahead of time. They used to have main eventers there at all times. They had, Bret Hart, they had Shawn Michaels, they had Diesel, they had, Psycho Sid, they had Lex Luger, they had Yokozuna, they had Owen Hart, they had all of these guys on the card. When I got to this live event, first of all, and I don't mean to turn this into a separate thing about the fucking live event, but what I'm trying to explain is that the WWE has just changed so drastically with so much time that it just absolutely baffles me. I'll never go to another live event ever again in my life. I'll never go ever again. It was jobber match, Jericho, jobber match, AJ Styles versus Tyler Breeze. And that was one of the best matches on the card, I'll be honest with you. AJ Styles and Tyler Breeze opened up the night, and it was the best match on the card. The best match on the card. I'll say it again. So we get into this tag team main event, and like I said, Roman Reigns is on the outside the entire time, doing absolutely fucking nothing. I don't know if he's picking daisies, picking his fingers, picking his asshole, picking his nose. I don't know. He's standing on the outside the entire time. My wife and I are watching this, and she's like, "Is he gonna do something?" And this isn't even me talking. She goes, "Is he gonna do something?" And I go, "You know what? I don't know. He's got 3 moves, so maybe he's afraid to use all 3 moves before the end of the match." And she started laughing, and the guys next to me started laughing, and I go, "I'm dead serious. The guy's got 3 or 4 moves. Let's name it off right now. You ready? We got clothesline. I'm sorry, multiple clotheslines in the corner, okay? A punch, a Superman punch, and a spear. Now, I know there's a lot of people that are like, oh, don't start the 5 moves of doom stuff. Listen, if a wrestler does nothing in the entire match and just sell 4 moves, there's a problem there. That means the other guy in the match has to carry the entire match, and that's not what a future World Heavyweight Champion does. A future World Heavyweight Champion carries the match, sells for the challenger to make him seem like he's worthy of this title. That's the whole point of wrestling. When you are the World Heavyweight Champion or the WWE World Heavyweight, or the fuck they're calling it now, when you are the champion, you're supposed to make other guys look great. If you look at Ric Flair, if you look at Bret Hart, if you look at Shawn Michaels, all these guys, Kurt Angle, The Rock, Triple H, all of them made their challengers look better. All of them. Look how good Triple H made Dean Ambrose look in Roadblock. He looked fantastic. It looked like $1 million coming out of that match, and he lost the match. And that's what the point of being a champion is. It's not about dominating. It's not about beating the shit out of the whole roster. It's not turning into John Cena. Okay? That's not what it's about. Because John Cena's a different story. I don't even want to get into that. Other guys had to help John Cena go to that next plateau, like via Triple H and Shawn Michaels back-to-back WrestleManias. Why do you think they booked him like that? Anyway, that's a different topic for a totally different discussion, for a totally different time. What I want to stick with is, this guy, he does not have it. The WWE is wasting our time, and they're wasting another WrestleMania on this guy. It's 2 in a row. 2 in a row. And I'm just sick of having my time wasted. Excuse me. I'm sick of it. The guy can't get it done. And stop with the Roman Reigns hate, because this is pointless. I don't want to hear this shit. I don't quite understand. If I'm watching the same show that you are, and you're seeing the same thing that I am, how do you not understand? Please indulge me. Let me know. And you can call me whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. But this is I'm telling the truth. This is what I see on TV. When I see this on TV and it's a bad product, and it continues to be a bad product, and you continue to push that bad product, nothing's ever going to get fixed. So that's my little rant on Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is not worthy of the World Heavyweight Championship. He never was. He should have still been in NXT for at least another year or two. The guy just doesn't have it. The WWE openly said that they had to pay for him to go get acting lessons. This is your World Heavyweight Champion. This is the future of the WWE. The guy can't talk on the mic. And then you got him on Raw looking like a pedophile chasing around Triple H in his SUV. What are we doing here? Who is writing this shit? I could write better shit in my sleep with my asshole. This is ridiculous. WWE. Wake up. I want a good WrestleMania. This is not going to be a good WrestleMania. This is just not. So I wouldn't look forward to it. And I understand that there's a lot of injuries, but it's a sport. I don't care if you want to call it sports entertainment, fake wrestling, whatever. It's a sport, and in every sport, there's injuries. You have athletes in the ring. It's a sport. It happens. You get through it. The Buffalo Bills had a ton of injuries this year. They were playoff bound. What happened? Ton of injuries happened. We lose a lot of stars. They didn't make the playoffs. They went 8-8. At least they tried. The WWE's not trying. They're just like, fuck it, give up. Let's just push this guy. Whatever. Vince likes him. because he's got long hair and muscles. Let's do that. And he's The Rock's cousin. They're not really even related, by the way. Sorry, I'm pouring myself a cold beverage because it's been a long week, as I've said 3 times now. I just don't understand why they don't see this. Do they not hear the boos every time this guy comes out? I don't know. You tell me. There's infinite amount of ways you could book this WrestleMania, even with the injuries. I just think it's very funny that when I just finished watching SmackDown, because I was working late, I just finished watching SmackDown, and I think it's very interesting that they book Roman Reigns against Bubba Ray Dudley. I'll say it again. They booked Roman Reigns against Bubba Ray Dudley. This is 1 week before WrestleMania, and you booked Roman Reigns against Bubba Ray Dudley? What are we doing here? Has the WWE fallen asleep? I don't quite understand what their way of thinking is here. Because you're wasting our time with Roman Reigns versus Bubba Ray Dudley. I don't want to see that. I'll go to the bathroom. I'd rather watch a Divas match. I'd rather watch Total Divas than Bubba Ray Dudley versus Roman Reigns. And if you don't like it, too bad. I just don't quite understand. Let me see what's going on in the chat. Not a goddamn thing. It's rough watching. It's rough. You know, as for as passionate as I am about this, you know, it's rough to watch this stuff now. And I know you could probably. I know it's easy, so easy to say, don't watch it, don't watch it. I've been watching this since 1986. I'm not going to stop watching it. I have a fucking wrestling figure collection. You know what I mean? I have a wrestling figure YouTube channel. This is my shit. This is what I do. Okay? By the way, on a lighter note, I just fixed my Ric Flair and gave him a different head. So now we got the proper Royal Rumble Ric Flair with the robe. Anyway, I don't know. This is just something I've been wanting to say about this because it's been a frustrating thing to watch pro wrestling lately because the wrong people are getting pushed. The wrong people are getting title reigns. No pun intended. And they had to they're forcing us to watch Triple H versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 32. And I swear to God, if it's the fucking main event, if it's the last match on the card, they're going to have a fucking riot on their hands with supposed they're going to get 100,000 people when they've only sold out, 60,000, I think. Good luck with that, WWE. If they end, quote me, if they end that pay-per-view with Roman Reigns versus Triple H, and Roman Reigns goes over as a babyface, boo him out of Dallas. They'll boo him so hard he'll teleport back to Florida, where he's from. That's how hard they'll fucking boo this guy. If I were booking it and I'm stuck with this shit show and I can't touch the card, I can't change the card, I'm putting Shane McMahon and The Undertaker at the end. Because it's the only way you're going to fix anything. It's the only story that actually it's the only two people that actually have a story that they're fighting for. You're not fighting for the World Heavyweight Championship in my eyes. You're that's a meaningless match. Roman Reigns and Triple H. If I'm watching Shane McMahon and The Undertaker, this is for ownership over Raw, ownership over the WWE and what they do. I'd rather watch that. Give me Hell in the Cell. I'm not watching Roman Reigns and Triple H. I'm going to go to the goddamn bathroom because I already know how that's going to end. I'll take the dog for a walk. His ears perked up. I'll take him for a walk while that match is going on. I'd rather watch 10 Divas matches in a row than watch Roman Reigns versus Triple H. And I don't care if you like Roman Reigns. That's great. Good for you. He doesn't have it. The guy doesn't have it. Look at the product on TV. Compare him to any other World Heavyweight Champion ever. Compare him to any of the greats that I listed off. Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Kurt Angle, Bret Hart. Compare him to them. They don't have it. Hell, compare him to Diesel. You can't. Now, I'm not saying the guy's not athletic. That's not what I'm saying. The guy doesn't have it in the ring. He can't produce a good match. The only good matches he's had were what? Can you name one? Well, Daniel Bryan, Brock Lesnar, and that whole Brock Lesnar match. All he did was get suplexed the whole time and get booed every time he did an offensive move. Go watch that if you don't believe me. The proof is in the pudding. This WrestleMania card is such a disaster. I don't even know where to get into. This potentially, and I'm saying potentially, don't put words in my mouth, potentially has WrestleMania 9 status on it. And if you've never seen WrestleMania 9, do yourself don't win. Well, I don't want to ruin your life, but do yourself a favor, go watch WrestleMania and see if you can sit through the whole goddamn thing. It's one of the worst WrestleManias you'll ever watch, with one of the worst finishes ever. This has the potential to be WrestleMania 9 bad. WrestleMania 11 bad. This has that potential, okay? I'm not saying that's how it's going to go because it hasn't happened yet. But I'm saying potentially it does. Look at the card. I'm telling you right now, I am more looking forward to NXT TakeOver Dallas. I'll tell you that right now. It's a much better product. I'm a big Finn Balor fan. That card, when you look at that card, that they should take. I don't understand how it's the same company. You've got NXT and you got WWE. You take this card, which is far superior, and compare it to this card, and you go, "Oh, NXT seems to be better." What's the fucking problem here with it? Well, you don't see a problem with that? You can't blame everything on injuries. So don't bring that up. Can't blame it on injuries. This is all blame the WWE for this. For not being prepared, for letting Roman Reigns sit out for over a month with no build-up. You got, what, two weeks before the WrestleMania and you're starting to build up now? 2 weeks before? You had 3 months! What were you doing? 4 months almost. Holy shit. And I understand the guy had to get no surgery, but did he need it right now? I still have a deviated septum. Good Lord. I breathe fine. See? I just don't quite understand it. And I wanted to make this video, and I wanted to rant about this. This isn't even a discussion video. And I understand I'm going to get a lot of flack. I'm going to get a lot of bullshit in the comments, whatever. You don't like it, goodbye. But this shit's got to stop. Stop trying to polish a turd, ladies and gentlemen. Roman Reigns fans, I implore you to listen to me here. I implore you to listen to everyone that's booing this guy out of the building. I implore you to listen to your conscience. It's telling you something. It's telling you this guy is no good. Like, granted, I don't want to see anyone get kicked out of, not have a job, not be able to make a living, provide for their family. That's not what I'm saying. But does this guy belong in the main event of WrestleMania? Absolutely not. That's all I'm saying. So, with that, I started a discussion. Well, I said I wasn't a discussion, but I started this rant to prove a point, to kind of nip something in the bud. And I know this is random, way out of from normally what I do on my channel, but something I wanted to get off my chest, something I wanted to say. So, like I said, if you don't like it, go take a hike. If you liked it, let me know in the comments below what you thought. Thanks, guys. See you on the flip side.